What's going on, guys? My name is Connor, and today I have a review for you guys on the Louis Vuitton Discovery Eclipse backpack. All right, so this is a pretty sought after backpack. It's still in some stores. It's sold out online as I'm making this video, but overall it's just one of my favorite backpacks, and I thought it would be a great video. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so just getting straight into it. Here's a Louis Vuitton box, obviously. Nothing really special about it, just like all the other Louis Vuitton boxes that they use when they hold purses, backpacks, anything of a decent size. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's a pretty big box, and yeah, you're just gonna open it up by sliding off this part. This part's magnetic. Open that up, and then boom, you guys are gonna be able to see the dust bag right here. Obviously the classic Louis Vuitton dust bag, nothing super special. Pretty much the same dust bag that they use for all items about this size. And then opening it up, you guys are going to be able to see the backpack. So right here, and then boom, you guys can see the backpack right here. Boom. It's an absolutely gorgeous backpack, and you guys will hopefully be able to see why it's one of my favorites. Obviously the Eclipse monogram all around, one of my favorite patterns. I like it more than the brown because it's a little bit more subtle, but it still looks very, very modern. You guys can see the bottom is completely brand new. And let me just set it to the side super quickly. So I do still have like the ribbons and everything in here. You guys can see the ribbons, so it's like straight from the store. Yeah, I don't have too much. I have a little Louis Vuitton tag, and also let me just move the box really quickly. And then inside of it, I'm just going to show you guys the receipt so you guys can get an idea of retail costs, and I'll also share what I paid for it. So here's obviously the envelope holding the receipt, Louis Vuitton, nothing on the back, and it's just a little folder that's just going to open up. And then Louis Vuitton card is right here. And then this seems to be the person working there that assisted the buyer with his purchase. And then opening it up, here's the receipt, LV. And then I can tell you that the cost of this was $2,010 retail. So pretty decent price, but compared to a lot of the other bags, it's nothing really crazy. You guys can see 2010. I got a really good price on this bag. I actually got it for I believe it was like 1300-ish, 1200, 1300-ish. But yeah, let me give you guys one more quick look at the exterior of the bag and also tell you guys some of the measurements. So the item number for this bag, if you guys are looking to shop for it, is M43186. So if you guys are just type that into Louis Vuitton, even Google, this exact bag will come out, and you guys will be able to see is it sold out or not. Usually it's sold out, but it might not be, and you guys might be lucky enough to get it. And then I really like it because it's pretty casual. It's somewhat casual. You can still dress it up and you can still dress it down, but if you're wearing like a tank top and you wear this, like, yeah, it's a little bit extra, but it still goes with it. And you could also wear it when you're dressed up, maybe you're wearing like a collared shirt. You could pretty much wear any Louis Vuitton with a collared shirt. Obviously it's Louis Vuitton, but just showing you guys some of the measurements. It's about 14.5 inches wide. It's about 15.5 inches tall. And then when it comes to width, it's about 8 inches overall. So that's including this part, it's about 8 inches. All right, and then you guys can see obviously the Eclipse monogram pattern all around. I already stated that, but I just want to make that clear, the little patch right there. And the metal, when I was doing research, this metal looked to be like kind of like a special color, and it's called ruthenium colored metal. Ruthenium, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a little bit darker than like the silver that they usually use. Then obviously you guys can see the two leather straps right here. And there's going to be two pockets on the inside. There's also going to be a little iPad folder, and then as you guys can see, there is a front pocket right here. So before I show you guys the big pocket, I'll just show you guys the front one. Decent amount of room in there. You guys can obviously fit maybe like a water bottle or two, or you guys can fit your wallet, your keys, whatever else. And then yeah, let's get into the big pocket. So that's obviously where you're going to be holding your stuff. And just to put this to perspective, I told you guys the measurements, but for those of you guys who aren't really the most familiar with what that would really be, you can easily fit a laptop or two in here. Let me just unzip this really quickly, and boom, it's going to have the pockets on the inside. You guys can see the little patch right there saying Louis Vuitton, and then here's the first folder. Here's the one that I believe is the iPad holder. Yeah, that should be the one that will fit an iPad. There's also another folder in front of it, so you guys can kind of separate your stuff. So there's like one big folder, and then right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of split. So there's another one right here, and then another one right here in the front. So you guys can put like your iPad here. Maybe if you didn't want to put your wallet in the front because you're worried about it getting taken, you could put it on the inside in one of these little folders. And then obviously you have this big space right here where you can fit like your laptop. Maybe you want your laptop and your iPad, or maybe your notebooks, or maybe like a binder or whatever else you might want to fit in here. And yeah, I also really like that there's a leather handle right here. So let's say that your bag was kind of heavy, or maybe you're already wearing a backpack or like a shoulder bag. You can obviously grab it by the handle right here, and you'll be able to just carry it that way. Some people prefer to carry it by hand rather than on your back, even though it's a backpack, or maybe they just, I don't know, maybe you're wearing a suit and you don't want it to get like creased or anything right here, and you just want to hold it. But yeah, you guys can see the little leather details on the edges right here. Obviously the zipper. And something kind of interesting about this backpack, I was talking to the seller, and for some reason he had 2 receipts, and I was like, oh, what's with the receipt? And he's like, oh, I bought the bag and I scraped it against the wall, and then after that I just took it back to Louis Vuitton, told them that the zipper was messed up, and they just replaced it, and that's why I had 2. And so I thought that was kind of cool. So if you guys are buying this from the store and you guys are worried if there's going to be any like manufacturing defects or anything like that, you guys can obviously return it, and that's part of their policy. I believe it's like 30 days or so that you can return it, or at least exchange it, depending on what kind of damage is done. Obviously, if it comes back with paint all over it, or it's absolutely destroyed with holes, they're probably not going to take it back. But assuming it's something that had to do with the quality of manufacturing, they should be able to take it back. You guys can see the seaming right here, and the pattern does not continue. So they put the pattern right here, and they started it again up here, and it will continue all the way to the top right here, and then it will go back up. And one of the first things that I look at when I'm deciding if it's brand new or not is I look at the bottom, and you guys can clearly see there's no scuffs, there's no dirt. Obviously that's the first thing that's probably going to get damaged. If you set it down in the concrete and it gets like a little scrape or maybe dirt, that's where it's going to be. But obviously you can see that this one does not have any problems with it. It's completely brand new. And so let me just give you guys a quick look at what it looks like on. Obviously you can adjust the straps right here depending on how tall you are, or how big your shoulders are, or whatever else, whatever's comfortable. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick look. Give you guys another look at the edges. In the front, you wouldn't really be able to tell it's Louis Vuitton. High quality straps, completely leather. Then you guys can obviously tell from the side. I'm gonna give you guys one more look. And boom, hopefully that gave you guys a good idea on what it looks like when you're wearing it. And just to give you guys a little bit more perspective on it, I have my laptop right here, MacBook, and I'll just put it inside. Actually, I'll hold it up next to it first so you guys can see the size comparison right next to each other. Obviously the backpack is easily going to hold this. It could probably hold like 10 of them, honestly. And then you guys can see right here. And then just putting it on the inside, let's see if it would fit in the iPad holder, or the iPad folder, I mean. So obviously I'll start with the big part. Fits easily. So that's a question that I got. When I posted it, people were asking if it was for sale, and I said I was still thinking about it. And one of the questions that they always asked me was, will it fit a computer? And obviously it does. And surprisingly, it fits in the back folder as well. You guys see that? It's just big enough to fit a computer. So if you wanted to fit your computer in the back and an iPad in the front, vice versa, whatever you needed, this backpack is honestly like the perfect size. You know, like my Christopher is bigger. My, what other backpack do I have? The Steamer, that one's bigger too. And people are like, oh, what if this one's too small? Because like I'll take pictures of all 3 backpacks when I share them with people, and I'll have them next to each other, and they just make this one look kind of small. But in my opinion, it's the perfect size, it's the perfect backpack. my favorite colorway, and it's honestly one of my favorite backpacks that I have, and it's honestly one of the ones that I've gotten the most interest in from posting. So let me know what you guys think of this backpack. Let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns. If you guys do, make sure to leave it in the comments, or send me a message on Instagram at connor.langley. If you guys are looking to get good prices on anything, hit me up on Instagram at connor.langley, as I said, and I will hook you guys up for free. I don't need a commission. I don't need anything like that. I'm just happy to help the people that support me and my channel. So as long as you're a sub, I'm happy to help you guys out. And make sure, again, to like, comment, and subscribe. It really, really helps me out if you guys enjoyed this video or found it somewhat informative. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.